Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Shayna, the Soul Traveler. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your reading. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, it's when you're meant to see it. Now, this reading is going to be a bit different from any other reading I've ever done before. Alright, so I'm going to be asking Spirit, what do you judge other people for? And the reason for that is most often, always, whenever we judge others or whatever we judge others for, is actually a reflection of some insecurity in ourselves, something we don't like about ourselves, something we maybe subconsciously judge ourselves for, or something, that we do subconsciously ourselves. Alright, so with that said, let's get into it. If you like this video, hit that like button, share, and make sure you subscribe so I know that you like this type of content, especially with this being like a new type of reading that I came up with, all right? And if y'all want personal readings, you can check the description box below. Sign up for my shadow work healing program, all kind of stuff, all right? So let's go. Aries, all right. Spirit, what is my Aries placement judging others for right now? What are my Aries placements judging others for right now, Spirit? What are my Aries placements judging other people for right now? Okay. So, we do have a Five of Wands, Queen of Wands reverse, and Six of Swords. Now, this is crazy because you're coming out in your own energy here. The Aries energy could also be Leo, Sagittarius. Six to represent you or somebody that you know. What I'm seeing right away, Aries, is that you judge people for avoiding conflict. Like, maybe you see people who avoid conflict who kind of just like walk away from arguments instead of like, arguing back or anything. Maybe you see them as being like soft, or see them as not being able to stand up for themselves, and see them as not being confident or whatever. So yeah, maybe you judge people who aren't confident enough to fight for themselves, or people who tend to just kind of walk away without an argument, or they may avoid conflict altogether. Like, maybe this could be people you know, or people that you directly deal with, people who won't put up a fight, either because maybe they seem scared, or they're just trying to like avoid an argument or whatever, and you take this as like a weakness from people. Okay, and then we do have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and Eight of Cups is all about like walking away, leaving things behind that don't serve you. All right, so let's get some clarity on that, and then we're going to see what this says about you. Okay, let's clarify the Five of Wands, please. Clarify the Five of Wands. 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 Could also be judging people who don't go for their dreams, and they just kind of walk away from things without putting up a fight, like for their relationship or for what they want out of life. If it causes like, if it's met with some sort of conflict, and maybe they just give up on it, walk away, and you could, blame, or not blame, judge people for that. Sorry. Maybe you're blaming someone. I don't know where that word came from. Clarify the Five of Wands reversed. Clarify the Five of Wands reversed. So we do have the Nine of Wands. Wow, yes. Aries, you definitely are judging someone who doesn't put up a fight. Like maybe you just feel like they give up too easily, or they don't like confrontation. They don't stand up for themselves. They won't fight for what they want. They won't fight their side. Clarify the Queen of Wands reversed. Clarify the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, so we do have the Judgment reversed. Okay, so you may judge people who care about what other people think of them, too much, because maybe they don't put up a fight, because they don't want other people to be upset with them and stuff like that. So yeah, you could definitely judge people who care about what other people think. You may also judge people who don't who don't go through with what they're doing, like they don't complete things. Maybe you see them as insecure or weak or something like that. But I think that you may judge people for having poor judgment. Like you judge people for having poor judgment due to a lack of confidence. Okay, let's see the Six of Swords. All right, wow, double Six of Swords here. So we have Six of Swords out of both decks. You definitely judge people for walking away from stuff without putting up a fight. Maybe see them as weak, okay? Let's see what this says about you. What is this saying about Aries? And I can already kind of feel sort of what message is coming out here, because Aries is like straightforward, direct, going to stand up for themselves, going to let you know what it is if they don't like something. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe you judge people who have a habit of letting people walk all over them, or what you perceive as being walked over. Okay? Or who don't put up a fight for what they want, even if maybe they don't put up a fight for their relationship. Maybe they don't put up a fight for a relationship with you. Or don't put up a fight for things when conflict occurs, when obstacles come, or they're met with some sort of opposition. What is this saying about Aries? Like they fold. You really judge people who fold, or what you perceive as folding. What does this say about Aries? What is this saying about Aries? What is this saying about Aries? Oh, wow. Strong in your own energy. Boom, the Emperor. Big Aries energy. Nine of Cups reversed. Four of Swords. Okay, so right away, we do have the Emperor card here, as I mentioned. And the Emperor is all about being in control, you know, having things set the way you want it. It's like your way or the highway. Like, you know, you've got control of your world. You lay down the law, and that's what it is. But we do have this Nine of Cups reversed with this Four of Swords. Aries, I feel like you could be struggling to cater to your personal happiness. And though everything, you may always have your way, you may always have your rule, what you say goes, or you're out, or whatever, something about this is making it where you're actually not fulfilled, okay? You're not fulfilled emotionally somehow. And then with the Four of Swords, you could be spending like a lot of time on your own a lot, or, you know, maybe you have trouble resting your mind here. We're going to get some clarity. It could be a case where, like, you do lay down the law and you do stand up for yourself, but it's like you always end up alone, okay, because of that. Because if something's not your way, you just kind of like withdraw. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Let's clarify this Nine of Cups, please. Let's clarify this Nine of Cups. Clarify this Nine of Cups, please. Reversed. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Alright, so we do have the Seven of Swords reversed. So, I feel like you don't trust people. I feel like you don't trust people, and you're always at the ready to, you know, shut someone down. Or lay down the law because you don't trust people. And I think that's getting in the way of your personal happiness. Okay, so this could be why you judge people for walking away from a situation instead of, you know, standing up and fighting for a situation, or standing up fighting for themselves, because your tendency to lay down the law and be argumentative, you know, maybe too much, is related to your trust issues, and that always ends up with you left alone. So then maybe you resent people who just walk away without a fight. But I also feel like maybe you tend to stay in situations sometimes where you know something isn't right with it, and you stay in the situation anyway. So this could be, even though you lay down the law, you know, you argue and you say what you got to say, but you stay anyway. Okay, so that is why you judge people who just walk away without a fight. Like, oh, they didn't even say anything to them. They didn't even confront them. They didn't even do anything. They just walked away like a little bitch. Yet, Aries, here you are, laying down the law, speaking your piece, and still continuing to stay in situations that are unhappy. Okay, that or just pushing everybody away from you because you don't trust nobody. And always ending up by yourself. Either way. Maybe deep down, you know, you wish that you could just walk away in peace. Or deep down, you wish you could just walk away like these people are doing. Like, you know what? I'm not going to put any energy in this. It isn't worth my time. Someone's lying. I'm just out. Let's clarify the Four of Swords. Clarify the Four of Swords. So, yeah, I think that's mostly what it is, though. You staying in situations where people are lying, it's not really happy. Or you lie to yourself and tell yourself you're okay alone because you're always pushing people away. All right, so we do have a Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Four of Swords. It's like you never allow yourself to dream. You never allow yourself to be caught up in the fantasy, or never allow, I mean, you don't want to be too much in fantasy, but you never allow yourself to be just caught in the moment of that imagination, of that, you know, over the moon feeling. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be relationships, but it could be like other things. You never allow yourself to just lose yourself. So you're always withdrawing and then overthinking it, and then maybe coming up with a reason why it's not working. I don't know. Let's clarify this Emperor. Clarify the Emperor. So what good is being in control all the time and, you know, saying your piece if you're still not happy? Pushing people away because you don't trust them, or staying in situations where you know that the person is lying and they continue to keep lying, or around people, and you know, you calling them out on it doesn't change the fact that they're doing it. Okay, so perhaps that's why you judge other people, you know, for avoiding conflict and walking away, because you cause conflict and end up alone, or cause conflict and put up with bullshit. Clarify the Emperor. It may feel like you're in control, Aries, and it may feel to you like the person walking away without a fight is giving up control, like they're weak and that you're strong. However, we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely some pain associated with it. Yeah, what is good is standing up and being in control. If you're always pushing people away and ending up alone, or if you're being in control yet staying in situations that are hurting you, people are betraying you. I mean, are you really in control? So you may want, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that some of these people that you judge for, you know, walking away without a fight, I'm not saying that they couldn't stand to use some self-confidence and find the balance and standing up for themselves. That doesn't matter. The point is, you're judging people for walking away without a fight, or perceiving them as weak or whatever, because you yourself are either so overbearing with your will that you push people away and lie to yourself and tell you you're okay with being alone as long as you're in control. Or B, staying in situations where people are constantly lying, hurting you, getting caught up in a fantasy or whatever, and you maintain this false sense of control, because it's like, as long as I know, as long as I'm calling out on it, as long as I'm saying something about it, then I'm in control, which is not true. It's actually giving them more permission to keep hurting you, if that makes sense. So do that inner work on yourself with these control issues, Aries, and that's your reading.